Get out
No, I'm serious.
of here. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Alright, let's try. Hi everybody, we are traveling teachers, in case you don't know.
Yes, we live in Beijing, China, and we have a special guest with us here today.
Who is not, in fact, a teacher.
No, this is Miss Amelie. She joined us on May 20th, 2020. Yes, we did. So this video is going to be about my labor story and what that was like here in Beijing. So just heads up, this is probably going to be a little bit gory or TMI. So if you're not into that, then I suggest maybe clicking off. But if you're curious, then stay tuned. Great. So my labor started off on Wednesday morning. Right now it's about 5 a.m. My watch said that I woke up around 1:30 or so. Did not get a lot of sleep last night, but I feel okay. I've been having... Oh, sorry, I'll move into the light a bit better. I've been having fairly regular contractions. Not super painful yet. I kind of feel like period cramps, but a little bit more intense. But they've been happening fairly regularly. So we're gonna keep an eye on that for now. Which is funny, because today is also the first day that Graham is supposed to go back to work. After 14 weeks of working online, today's supposed to be the first day they go back. So we'll see how that pans out. I was having regular contractions every 20 minutes or so. So I think I knew this was it. So as you guys know from our last video, we were trying to induce, and I kept maintaining some of those things. I didn't get to do more acupuncture, but we kept exercising and walking. Also on the day of her labor as well, or my labor as well. So we went on a couple walks that day.
Many walks.
Yeah, it was quite slow.
Many slow walks.
Yes. Lots of hip dips and circles, or probably
That sounds like an insult.
hip dips.
Yeah.
No, it probably looked like we were dancing, but I don't think I really cared that much.
Dance the baby out.
Yes. And so that felt like forever. And because I only slept about an hour or two that night, I tried taking a nap, which kind of worked. It seemed like when I laid down, it did slow down the labor process. And if I went on walks and stood up and exercised,
It would speed up.
it sped things along.
All right. So Ashley woke up this morning and it stopped. So Ashley woke up this morning and she's been having some contractions.
Who are you messaging?
I'm just taking a video of myself.
Sorry. Who are you talking to?
No, it's just a video. So Ashley's.
I already took the intro video. And so it felt like it was going on forever, because I was like stuck at 5 minutes between each contraction for a while, 5 to 8 minutes. And our doula told us to head to the hospital when the contractions were 3 to 4 minutes apart. But then I think it was around 6:30 or so, I had a 6:30 p.m. particularly bad contraction, and then my water broke when we were chilling on the couch.
Watching TV.
Yep, and for those of you that don't know, it's not that common for your water to break, not in the hospital, but mine did, and because I was kind of laying sideways, it did come out like a gush. And so I quickly went over to the shower. It was a lot of water. It was a lot. We had to cut up a baby diaper.
Good thing we had diapers in the house. That's a pro tip.
Yeah.
Have diapers before you.
Or have adult diapers. We ordered them, but they didn't come in time.
We might keep them for when I get older.
Yep. They're a little bit too feminine for you, though.
I won't care at that
I
point.
think they have flowers.
That's fine.
But yeah, so then we hired a driver a couple of weeks ago. I think we let him know that I was gonna have birth soon. And on Wednesday morning when I was having contractions, he messaged the driver.
Yep.
And let him know like we're probably going to the hospital.
Yeah, and when I sent him a message, he was like, the guy from the van service was there in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And he sped through traffic. He did a great job.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, maybe he thought Ashley was like going to give birth in the next hour, but you know, he really got us to the hospital pretty fast.
Okay, what do you thought? I mean, it wasn't that comfortable having contractions. Well, I wasn't comfortable having contractions, period. So, but being in a bumpy car in traffic,
yeah, and in traffic, I looked up how to deliver a baby in an
I got
emergency.
mad at Graham for that one. I was like, oh my god, Graham, stop. I was like, it's not funny.
Gotta be prepared.
No, but they weren't that close. We were being irrational. That's okay. Daddies are allowed to be irrational. Yeah, so we arrived at the hospital at 8 p.m. And of course, nobody that we know was on duty at that time. So everybody spoke Chinese and they're trying to communicate with us. Eventually, I was able to communicate with them with my water broke. So they took us to this room here. I got on the bed, they realized my water broke, and then they immediately took me to the delivery room, which is on the 9th floor.
Maternity ward.
This is the maternity ward. The delivery room is upstairs.
Okay.
And no other moms were giving birth at that time, so that was great. Worked out well. Our doula came maybe 30 minutes later. Oh, if I have one advice for you, hire a doula.
Yes.
Definitely.
100%.
Hire a doula.
Especially if you're in China.
Especially if you're in
And you're
China.
foreign.
Yeah, she speaks Chinese.
She's great.
She was amazing.
Anyone that asks will give you her WeChat information.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Props to her.
Yeah, so she speaks Chinese, and yeah, I think once we arrived at the hospital, it took 4.5 hours.
3.5.
3.5 hours. Oh yeah.
Yeah. From 8 till 11:40.
8 to 11:40. I
41,
was
42, whatever.
trying to deliver this one, but oh man, was that the most intense experience of my life. I felt very animalistic. I think at one point, what is it? They made a mistake, and the guy that was supposed to, what's it called? An epidural. Like, they told me when I arrived at the hospital that it was too late for an epidural, which is fine. I was not too pleased at the moment, but I wanted a natural birth, but in the moment I was like, no.
Give me some drugs.
And he showed up and they sent him away. I started crying. I was like, why would you do that? Why would you remind me? Yes, why did they remind me? And I want to say, what was that like for you as the father?
What, when the baby was coming?
Yeah, the whole labor.
I mean, it's hard to put into words, really. I mean, you know, felt a lot of emotion. Like I cried, you know, a little bit here and there. Yeah, I know. I cried.
Real
So
men
what?
cry.
So what? Comment below if you want hate. But, you know, it's a very, very emotional thing. So, I think that when they brought in there was like this little side table sort of thing, where they were going to like weigh her and stuff like that. And I think when they brought in that X-ray equipment, you know, when it was like the last final push, I think that, you know, like a wave of like realization came over me, like, holy crap, you know, our baby's like just about here.
Yeah.
And it's,
I think when they did that, I was like, oh, thank God. But I was so tired. I was just in so much pain and so tired. I didn't think I could do it. I know, I didn't think I could do it. I know. But it was nice since I didn't have an epidural. I could move around the whole labor. And they put up these, like, it's not the normal round stirrups. I wasn't lying on my back, which is nice. They were like these pedals things that I pushed my legs against, and they also had these handlebars. And man, my arm, I was trying to figure out like, why are my muscles, like my arm muscles, so sore? And my back is really sore too. I couldn't figure out why, but I think I was like pulling so hard on these handlebars that my muscles are sore 2 days later. But it helped me push her out, and she kind of came out, and it felt like one fell swoop. It was just very sudden.
There was a few pushes.
No, I mean, there was a few pushes, but I didn't know, like, her whole body came out in one push.
I don't know.
We didn't make
I think
that part.
the head came out with like a three or four pushes, and then the rest of the body just followed. Like it's like one or two after that.
Yeah. But yeah, I just followed my body. My body knew when to push. In a way, I feel like I was glad that I didn't speak Chinese, because I think they were trying to coach me when to push.
But our doula was the buffer zone.
Yeah, so she knew what to translate and what not to, and it was important for me. But yeah, it was important for me to follow my body's natural rhythm, and she came out when she was supposed to. So all in all, it took about 22 hours, which felt fast.
Well, most of it was at home.
A lot of it was at home, which is nice, which I highly recommend. Staying at home for as long as possible. The car ride was a little bit stressful, especially when there was traffic. But yeah. And now we're in our recovery room. I think the service here has been great.
Yeah.
We are the only foreigners here currently. I mean, I think as far as I know, we're the only foreigners that we've seen at the hospital, but of course foreigners come here too. We got a whole bag of goodies that came with our package. We got like her little shirt here, and we got several blankets and pads, diapers, those like big square pads. I got a mother toothbrush and toothpaste, which I never realized was a thing. What else did I get? We got 2 packs of diapers, a full thing of diaper rash cream, wet wipes. I'm trying to think of what else. I did have to bring my own Perry bottle, which I'm glad that I did, because they don't provide that here. So I did buy that one myself. Share for now. Hospital staff has been great, but I think it's time for me to feed this one. So we're gonna sign off for now. Huh.
Bye, everybody.
Hopefully not too rambly.
All good.
It's trying to work. Trying to eat the car seat.
No, I'm okay.